Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there was a girl who was kind and sweet. Everyone loved her. But then one day, something terrible happened that changed her forever. She was holding a tray with a sandwich, some chips, and a carton of milk. She was smiling to herself, thinking about a funny joke she had just heard. But then suddenly, someone tripped behind her, and her entire lunch splattered across her uniform. The milk carton fell to the ground and made a loud thud sound. The cafeteria went silent for a moment. Then everyone started laughing, pointing at her and making fun of her. And the worst part was, the boy who tripped her was barely even sorry. And Alara lied and said she had lost weight and it no longer fit. Her friend was concerned and asked her if everything was okay. Alara just shrugged and said, "I'm fine." But her friend didn't believe her. If we can't control our anger and our pain, it will control us. And that's not the kind of person we want to be. She knew something was wrong. But Alara never told anyone what she was going through. She was too afraid that if they knew the truth, they wouldn't be her friends anymore. He just stood there laughing at her, while she stood there frozen in shock. She pushed everyone away and became the most feared student at the school. But behind that tough exterior, Alara was just a scared little girl who didn't want to feel powerless ever again. She felt her face burning with embarrassment, and she felt her body shrink in shame. She wanted to disappear. One day, the girl, whose name was Alara, was standing in line at the school cafeteria. When the bell rang for class, her friends finally pulled her aside. They were angry on her behalf and told her she needed to do something about what that boy did, mocking other students, shoving them to the ground, taking their lunch money. It all became normal to her. She even started humiliating students who had never done anything to her. It was almost like she was addicted to the power she felt. When she made them feel small and powerless, she was like a bully. But everyone was afraid of her because she was so strong and scary. He cried out in pain and surprise, but Alara didn't feel bad. She felt powerful. She had finally stood up for herself. "You're just going to let him get away with it. Hit back. Be scary. Get revenge," they said. And in that moment, Alara knew they were right. She was so ashamed of what she had become that she started wearing baggy clothes to school so that no one would notice her. She was hiding her true self from everyone, including her friends. They did unnote that she was the same girl who used to sit in the back of the class, daydreaming about becoming an artist. She couldn't just let him win. She had to do something. So when she saw the boy walking down the hallway, she cornered him and shoved him as hard as she could into the lockers. But as the days went by, she found herself wanting more of that feeling. And deep down inside, Alara knew she had become a monster. One day, one of her friends asked her why she wasn't wearing her favorite sweater. As the months passed, Alara became more and more distant and cold. That's why it is important to teach our children that true strength is not in being cruel and making others feel bad, but in being kind and in control of ourselves.